Hi guys, and welcome to our Basic Bisaya channel. My name's Gary.
My name is Reancy, and in today's video, we are going to take a look at some question words in Bisaya. By the end of this video, you are going to learn what they are, when to use them, and also, you will also learn how to use them in conversational phrases so you would understand them better.
All we ask guys is if you find any value in our videos, please don't forget to put a like on them. If you're new around here, also please consider subscribing. We really appreciate you all for this. And now let's get started with the first question word, which is who.
Kinsa. Kinsa.
Who is kinsa. When we use the word who, we need to be referring to a person. An example phrase using who is your mother?
And translating to Bisaya becomes Kinsa ang imong inahan. Kinsa ang imong inahan.
An example response to this question is si Teresa.
Or just Teresa in English.
The next question word is what.
Unsa. Unsa.
What is unsa? We usually use unsa when asking for information about things and actions. An example question using what is your name?
Which in Bisaya is unsa ang imong pangalan? Unsa ang imong pangalan?
To respond to this question, you can use Ako si Julian. Ako si Julian.
I am Julian in English.
Another popular question you can ask is where. In Bisaya, that translates as
Asa. Asa.
where is asa? Generally, we use where when we are asking for a direction. So let's have a look at our example question, which is where are you going?
Asa ka moadto? Asa ka moadto?
An answer to this question could be sa opisina. Sa opisina.
Which means to the office in English.
There is another word you can also use for where, which is
Diin. Diin.
where. You can also use diin. We've included another example phrase, where were you?
Diin ka. Diin ka.
Our example response to diin ka is sa balay. Sa balay.
That means at home in English.
Although asa is the most common way to ask where, we've also included diin, as you may hear some people use this word. Our next question word for you is how many?
Pila. Pila.
How many? Pila. We use how many when we're asking for the answer to be a number, but not a price. Putting pila into a question phrase becomes
Pila ang imong iro?
pila ang imong iro.
This means how many dogs do you have?
You can simply answer this question by giving a number.
An example answer is upat or 4 in English.
Moving on from there, the next word we have is when.
Kanusa. Kanusa.
When? Kanas a. We generally want to be using when we are expecting a response relating to time. Our example phrase we have chosen is when are you leaving?
Which translates as Kanusa ka mulakaw? Kanusa ka mulakaw?
And to respond to that question, Our example answer is,
Sa Lunes. Sa Lunes.
which translates to English, on Monday. When you want to ask how much something is, we need to use the word
Tagpila. Tagpila.
tagpila means how much. And this one is obviously used when you're talking about prices. Putting tagpila into a sample question becomes,
Tagpila ang patatas. Tagpila ang patatas.
tagpila ang patatas? How much are the potatoes? And my answer could be 10 per kilo.
Or in Bisaya, it's Jis ang kilo. Jis ang kilo.
You may hear the locals use the phrase pila ni, which could be confused with the word pila. However, this is quite common and locals will drop the word tag off the front of this phrase, but pila ni also is asking for a price. So tag pila ni will be shortened down to pila ni. Our next word may sound familiar to you, and that is the word for which.
Asa. Asa.
Yes guys, the word asa can also be used for the word which. We use the question word which when we're asking for a choice answer. Let's take the example, which do you like, big or small?
In Bisaya, we say, Asa ang imong gusto? Dako o gamay? Asa ang imong gusto? Dako o gamay? An example answer would be dako if you want the big one, or gamay if you want the small one.
Our ninth question word is whose, and translating this one we get
Kang kinsa. Kang kinsa.
Kang kinsa, whose. When we use the question whose, we're asking about possession. Let's take a look at the following question. Whose shoes are these? Translates as,
Kang kinsa kining mga sapatos. Kang kinsa kining mga sapatos.
an example of how you would reply to this question is,
Kang Raymond. Kang Raymond.
which simply means Raymond's. Moving on from there, we have the question word how.
Unsaon. Unsaon.
How? Unsaon. We usually use the question how when we want to know what manner or way something happened or will happen. In our example phrase, using a how, we get, how will you go home?
In Bisaya, unsaon nimo pag-uli? Unsaon nimo pag-uli? An example response to this question is,
I'll walk.
translates to Bisaya as magbaktas ko or magbaklay ko. Both means I'll walk. You may also hear local people swap out unsaon and use the word giunsa instead. Both are interchangeable and acceptable.
Another question word we'll teach you is what happened?
Naunsa. Naunsa.
What happened? Naunsa. You can use this question when you're trying to determine information on an event which has occurred. Our example is, what happened to your forehead?
Which translates to Bisaya as naunsa ang imong agtang. Naunsa ang imong agtang. And a simple response could be nasamad. Nasamad, which means wounded in English.
A very popular question to ask someone is why.
Ngano. Ngano.
Why? Ngano. We mostly use this question when we are looking for a reason. Let's take a look at the following example sentence. Why were you late?
Ngano nga nauwahi ka? Ngano nga nauwahi ka? Responding to these questions, you can reply, dugay ko nakamata. Dugay ko nakamata, which in English means, I woke up late.
The last question we're going to have a look at today is, how often?
In Bisaya, that is, makapila. Makapila.
How often? Makapila. This question is asked when you want to know the frequency of an event. Our example phrase is, how often do you cook rice?
Makapila mo magluto og kanon. Makapila mo magluto og kanon.
And the response to this question could be,
Every day.
or in Bisaya, kada adlaw. Kada adlaw. The main focus of this video was to teach you the question words. We also included some sample sentences for those who wanted to see some extra grammar and learn some new words. So let's end this video with a quick test to see if you can remember the question words in Bisaya. Are you ready? The first question word is who.
Kinsa.
Where.
Asa.
Question 3. When.
Kanusa.
Number 4. How much.
Tagpila.
Why.
Ngano.
And the last question in the quiz, how.
Unsaon or giunsa.
So guys, that comes to an end for our questions video. How did you find it? Were you able to get all the questions right? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to drop a like on the video if it gives you any value, and please consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. And as always guys, have a great day.
See you in another video.